Hello, everybody, and good morning. Now, I have just been told that I might have a phone call that I need to take on behalf of a good friend of mine. It should only be a quick one, but I have no idea when it's going to be. Maybe it'll be during the stream. Maybe it'll be after. We'll see. But yeah. It should hopefully be a very, very quick thing. But when it comes, obviously I'll answer. And what I might do is I might split the VOD. So I'll mute the mic, split the VOD, make everything neat. But welcome to part 7, because of course, with yesterday's stream of Final Fantasy XVI, I also split the VOD. Hence why this is part 7. So that those watching the playthrough back don't see a massive gap where I was off camera. The other thing is that tomorrow I would be scheduled to stream tomorrow morning at the same time as it is right now. Freelancer Alpha is going to be coming over, so we might stream all together, but we also might not. We'll see how things go. Like, yeah, he's coming over, and there's a bunch of like games, particularly fighting games, that you wanted to check out that we haven't got round to. So he's going to play them over here. And we might stream that, we might not. So if you don't see me tomorrow live on Twitch, you know why. But basically we're going to play more Final Fantasy XVI today, this morning. And then it's going to continue again on, let's see. Friday morning. Anyway, we are back at our brand new hideaway because the old one got, like, destroyed. I kind of feel like this one would be more dangerous. It doesn't seem as hidden away as the old hideaway.
Welcome back, Sid.
We got to worry about... I see a big tsunami risk here, but...
Finish with that log so we can call it a morning.
Oh, we got a lift, though. Okay, so it's a bit more high-tech. It's a bit more high-tech. I'm in the wrong view. You need this one.
There you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
I learned something new. You'll be the first to know. Now off you go.
Let's go talk to the Moogle. You made it out, Nectar. You're wondering what's the new board behind me, aren't you? All in good time, Furless friend. All in good time. Hello, Vivian.
Trust I'm not intruding.
back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Oh, this is gonna be good. A bit of a catch-up thing.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
Wow, I've been wanting a map, like
You
a
were born
map
in
of all the.
Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
On gods and men. But yeah, I've been wanting a map of Valisthea to see where all the different factions actually are geographically. Because they've described it with words, but they've never shown us on a map like that until now. My question is, can I get that map up whenever I want? Oh wow, nice digs, Tomes.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
On Gods and Men, a heavy leather-bound tome containing the findings of one Anaximander of Canva, a renowned theologian who spent most of his life chronicling Valisthea's diverse religious history.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would
Hi,
that I
Hauko.
could do the same, but alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said,
I'm sorry.
I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
No
Please,
worries.
don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
Good day indeed, everybody. Good day
I should get some rest while I
indeed.
can.
Okay, I'm hoping that this will go into like a screen where I can read it later, because if it's alright, Yi does not want to read that. Like the Yi would struggle, I think. I mean, it starts with Yi, so it's only gonna get worse from there. Yi.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it
Oh
was
yeah,
like
he's got rid of it.
to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you
Yeah,
get
they've
rest.
removed their brand. Wow.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
We're about to find out. The reading table. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republic's play. The Republican army marches on the Empire's twin side, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. Gav.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
Ooh.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid.
Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did.
He did indeed. Okay, it's not mentioning Joshua.
He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was hoping it would mention.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
That thing. Do
you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals.
Cheers!
To Sid.
To Sid. Meanwhile, Joshua in the Northern Territories.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
But come on, this is a video game. It can't have a sad ending. We'll manage, right?
Master Clive, a moment, if you...
Whoa.
My apologies, I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest?
If something has happened to Martha, we need to speak with Otto.
Okay. I tell you what, this new base is actually pretty alright.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors.
Speak
to
freely, man.
conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Looks like we've got our next mission. We've got a side mission as well. We're gonna pick that up, but not necessarily do it now. Thanks for being here, Algor. I just want to reiterate, there's a short call I'm expecting as a favor for a friend. So I will have to mute the mic, and if you can verify that you can't hear me in the chat. This is, of course, if the call happens during the stream. I might be able to get through an entire stream before they ring. But yeah, I just have to take a what's hopefully going to be a short call on behalf of a friend of mine seeking a job. So, thank you for your understanding.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Unless, of course, someone finds you some pitch.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Alright, alright. So yeah, that's added to the to-do list. Let's open the world map and see what we got to do. We gotta go over here to Martha's Rest, which we've been to before, and we're going there again. Gotta save Martha.
What happened here?
Come on.
The Empire.
We need to find the others.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Oh my god, no. Dark clouds gather. The chat. Prepare yourselves.
Cole is right. That was
If you have any tissues,
it was a message.
go get them.
Bearers are the property of the Empire.
And let's huddle together.
The authority to act alone.
It's gonna be okay.
Orders would have had to have come from higher up.
But it might not be okay before it's okay, okay? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go. Hadouken! Wrong game.
Up ahead. Martha.
Martha.
Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
I hope she'll be okay. Watch out for the wasps.
Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
I have to say, I'm kind of enjoying this whole concept of the Empire, and it is like quite clearly Star Wars inspired. It's very cool. Spooter.
Farewell.
Farewell and burn. Kill it with fire. Yep. Okay, we're at the Abbey.
Are we too late?
Probably.
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
You're a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Ramu! Yeah, I'm absolutely going to be upgrading the hell out of my flame ability. The flame one is the best. And that was easy. That was very easy.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Quest complete. Dark clouds gather. Got an accessory. Bloody hide.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
But he might not be as well. I hope he is. Oh my god, look.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive? He's gone.
Oh my god. Oh, this game, man.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Oh, buddy. Sorrow-wise indeed. Oh god, go all the way around. Okay. Oh, one of those one-eyed flying things. An Aramin, yeah. That was such a freaking Devil May Cry like monster intro. Oh my god. You can tell that one of the Devil May Cry staffers worked on this. Notorious marks. Every now and again, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While a fight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that can be used to craft or upgrade existing items. Well, I guess we better kill it then.
What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Oh my god, okay. And because I wasn't in like a... Oh wow, it's putting me near the obelisk. Damn. Well, that sucked. I just got absolutely wrecked by that thing.
They've killed my bear.
They called themselves our country.
Look sharp!
We can avoid it. I might come back to that. We can actually avoid it. Wow.
That must be the bridge.
Gather the remains.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Quick way back to Martha would be... Whoops, hold on. No. Just do this.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Hello, Martha.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Consider it done. Okay, can be traded for guild. Right, yeah, there's a few things I can probably sell for guild, to be honest. New quest is available nearby. Okay, we'll pick it up. But I won't necessarily do it right now. But we'll pick it up. They're on about this one.
Try not to move.
Oi! You there! Don't just pass me by!
Wasn't planning to.
You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And
Like the
not
one
just
right
any
behind you?
chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
You know what? We will go help the Chocobros. Alright? Yeah, let's do
There's a
it.
good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Chat, we're doing this now because Chocobos are the cutest. I mean, look at this thing. Look at it. Just the cutest. Alright, let's go save the Chocobros.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
No, a feather.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
There they are.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, we're saving him. Okay, they've got a healer. He needs to die first. Oh, they got 2 healers.
It's over.
There we go. There we go. We saved Whiteheart. You're welcome.
Safe now. Whiteheart, I presume.
What?
Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Oh my god, the bird that saved Clive in part 1. Ambrosia. Oh. Oh my heart.
You survived.
Oh.
And you found yourself a flock.
Oh.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I
come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
I know this bird.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon.
Oh my god! Do we get to have her back?
And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight.
Oh.
The stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Okay. If we get to have her as a mount, that'd be oh my god! Chat! Best side quest ever. Best side quest ever.
She cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine without her. You hear that?
We'll come visit.
You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Ah! Wait, so can we really? Oh, this was the best side quest ever. It really was. A bespoke saddle and blinders worn by Clive's childhood chocobo, Ambrosia. Wah! Ambrosia. Wow. There's Ambrosia's quote, everybody. Quah! Ambrosia's tack. Chocobo unlocked. Mount up. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold R3 while in the field to summon Ambrosia, and press X to mount the chocobo. Are your flock okay? Because we're going. When you ride alone, ride Ambrosia for the first time. And I think they're about to play the chocobo theme song, everybody. It's the same in every Final Fantasy game. Wait, no. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Did it play it while I was mounting up?
Come on.
No, it did not. Come on! Chocobo theme song! Oh, now I look like an idiot. There really is a Chocobo theme song, everybody. I swear. I didn't just make this up. I'll load up Final Fantasy XIV soon, ride my Chocobo and show you. I will. But probably not today. But there is. There really is a Chocobo theme song.
That'll do, girl.
Oh, return to the hideaway. Oh, well, in that case, what I need to do is go to the world map. Gotta read the screen, Andy. Read the screen. Back to the hideaway!
Now, where's Gav?
New missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers. So it has. Wait. Where's Clive's chambers? Yeah, the reading table.
I hear there's trouble.
You think it's alright to touch him?
A bird by any other name. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person. But every day we spend together feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm glad to hear your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your Chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate. And here, so many years later, we find that she spent her life doing the exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Jill. Okay, so this doesn't go away. Okay. Fair enough. Some messages don't disappear after you've read them. Good to know. Is this the shop? It is!
And what can I do for you? Coin purse weighing you down?
Just a little. We are gonna sell... But all of these are worse. We're gonna sell the Invictus.
You got out else?
Probably not gonna sell these. Yeah, no. Let's have a look at buying. Nothing better there. Nothing better there. Nothing better there. Oh god, these are expensive. Yeah, this is more music, isn't it? I'm gonna buy a high
You're rubbing me
potion.
blind, you know.
Instantly restores all HP. Ooh.
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Don't I have like little things to sell for Gil? Hold on. Yeah, I do.
I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much.
Everything else is crafting. All right.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
I'll be back, Karen. I'll be
None
back.
of the curse breakers have returned.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming.
I'm sorry, what?
It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Oh, damn.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know, Kev. What are we waiting for, eh? We'll find out. Otto's counter is now open. New facilities. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Alien reports are back. The Patron's Whisper and the Hunt Board. All three are located near Otto in the mess. What mess? It looks quite tidy. I don't see no mess.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Where's the mess? Right. We're just gonna go straight to the world map and fast travel. Although, what do we got to do? Hang on, wait. Wait. We have a side quest to pick up over here. Let's pick it up, add it to the to-do list, and then do it maybe later at some point, perhaps. Let me just figure out the way to go. Get there. Looks like it's quite a trek.
I hear there's trouble in
Hello and welcome to whoever just tuned in. Hope you are doing okay and enjoying your lurky lurk. Oh, actually, maybe... Mister! Hello! Ugh. Hello, I did just hydrate, but I'll hydrate again just for you. Cheers, my friend. How are you doing? It is lovely to see you as always. So I'm trying to figure out my way to, I'm assuming, playing ranked Magic Arena. Awesome. I'm assuming Magic Arena. It's either Arena or VF. More often than not, it is Arena. Cool. That's the infirmary. That's not where I need to be. So I'm just going to collect a side quest, add it to the to-do list, and then basically we are working on the main story, the red quests. And just as a reminder, you might see me tomorrow at 11 a.m. or at some point during the tomorrow, but you might not. Freelancer Alpha, one of Twitch's newest affiliates and one of my nephews, is going to be coming around here. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of other fighting games that he doesn't own that he wanted to check out and try. And so we're going to play those here at my place, and we might stream that, we might not.
And you say Sid built this place?
We'll see. There's a high likelihood he'll be up for streaming it.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like... How much water can a flower drink?
Wow. This place is a bit of a maze. Oh, cool. This is where the botanist is.
Try your apple soon enough. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Why not?
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory.
Aww.
Hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
So if the objectives are all nearby, then I will... Yeah, we can do this now. Potentially. Again. No, I'm gonna make you wait a little bit.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like...
Just a little bit anyway. But I just marked those off. I thought I'd forgotten to do it again for a second there, mister. I seriously, I was like, I could have sworn I just... Love you. Yes, Onyx, I love you too. Don't worry. Oh my god.
That broom's as ragged as...
All right.
You two look like you could use something to eat.
Cheers, man.
Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Basket of Martel apples, grown and picked by Cormac for sample by Hideaway residents. Wonderful.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one.
Love plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
They are indeed. The very same.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things.
Oh, that's the call I've been waiting on, guys.
He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Hello again, everybody. That was it. That was it. That is the call that I was on about. I'm assuming you guys didn't hear it, yeah? Not that it would matter too much. That was a lot quicker than even I was expecting.
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe. Not that I'm planning a journey.
Them old apples weren't off.
That broom's as ragged as goat's locks. I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
Excellent. What I will do is I will message friend in question and tell them the deed is done. The good news.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks and their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Cool, so we get some. Displayed in Clive's chambers. A basket of slightly stunted and somewhat sweet apples grown from the blighted earths thanks to the dedication and perseverance of one woman. Martel, may she rest in peace. And here's a quote from her. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick. Oh yeah, she did say that. I remember that scene. Well, we didn't exactly get first pick because we delivered, the first apples to someone else, but worth it. Now, do we have anything else to pick up in this area? Not really. Like, there's probably side quests on a notice board. But you know what? We're going to use the world map now to continue the main story. And we need to be heading to Hawk's Cry Cliff. From these hearted highlands, one might catch a glimpse of Rosalith Castle and everything else in between. So let's go. Southern Rosaria.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Gonna be okay, Torgal.
Come on.
Bloodlines. Ooh, buddy.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Get it,
He's
boy!
a good boy. You're not actually stroking him, Clive. Come on, do better. I guess that'll have to do.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing but loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
But what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself. That's a fair old scar you got there.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. in the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Right, Onyx. Okay, so just keep following the path. It goes all the way around. All right.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apothecary, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapsed?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. More of my mother's men.
Let's do this now. There we go. What is this? Oh, kind of like an item thing. Okay. We have another item over here. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Actually knocked triangle on accident there, but all good. All good. Luckily, Flames of Rebirth will recharge faster because of one of the trinkets we've got equipped. And actually, do I have enough points to upgrade it yet? Flames of Rebirth. No, I do not. Okay. Okay. Huh. You know what? Let's reset all. Lunge I want. That I want. Swift recovery, yes. Charge magic, yes. Right, we'll get all the basic abilities. That actually might be a good idea too. Right. Flames of Rebirth, yes. Now I can upgrade it. Heat wave. Possibly not. If I go to gear and icons. We have rising flames, which is fine, and then flames of rebirth there. Yeah. Yeah, this was a good idea. So I don't want to put points into this or this because I don't have the slots for it anyway. What we do have the slots. Yeah, we can master charged magic. And we can master. Oh. Might get that next. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. Cool, I'm gonna leave it like that. So now we have level 2 of Heart of Rebirth. Flames of Rebirth, right?
Farewell. Fire and flame.
Yeah, Flames of Rebirth. Okay. And in our next fight, we can check out our upgraded Flames of Rebirth. I find it very interesting that respecking abilities is free in Final Fantasy XVI. You can do it as many times as you want, and there is no cost or penalty. It's very generous. And unlike most RPGs that have existed. Oh great. Hey, you guys get to be the first to feel our improved Flames of Rebirth. Okay. Yup. That respec was worth it. %100%.
Blood, Clive.
I can see that.
It's still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
Block this. Oh, sorry, Toggle. He's doing a backflip. Okay. Crafting materials, yeah? Cool.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Dun dun dun.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Oh my god.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
I'm not fighting that blue bird. He looks lovely.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
Not here. They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
You find no succor to the South Travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
Aww. Take care, everyone. We'll make it right. We will make it right. The silken
The
strand.
Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
That'll be the front door. I'm assuming my mom has got to it.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy!
Roystrins dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough room to sit in.
Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your sties!
Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Yep, Mom got to the door. Good.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Yeah, they were looking for us, weren't they? The Lazarus disc.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not.
Yeah, let's do this. Damn, that is so good. Wow. Level up. 26. Nice.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessed rising of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
Oh, sorry for killing a bunch of you.
Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
Yeah, again, sorry for killing a bunch of you. Oh wait, they're okay?
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready.
Okay.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
We will aid.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Awesome. Great to see him again.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
We'll show him as much mercy as...
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Thank you.
Good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Black or white. Party members. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Okay.
We'll keep them from the bridge.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since. There they are. On your command, my lord.
Charge!
What is it now? I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
I did not want to change target off of the healer. You must die first. Ready?
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battle for them.
Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Job's a good one.
Oh,
here we go.
Albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Take this.
I needed that. Well done, Togo. Nice try.
Finish this.
You mean finish him?
That went really well. That actually went really, really well. Cool. All right.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Yeah, considering that there wasn't supposed to be many enemies near Mother Crystal that we were going to be going after, we fought a lot of enemies.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Oh, wow.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
All right. Port Isolde. Rossfield Manor. Oh, here we go.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rossfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Wait, what? Oh, was that something he said as a kid?
Infectious flax wench? Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Oh, he realizes. Bravo.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
Oh, that was clever, Clive. Cool, cool.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
The good plates. Oh, yes, we must have the good plates. Yes.
So you
Splendid.
arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
Hold up. Let's read about Byron Rosfield. But they're talking about Clive's mother, Annabella Lesage, former Duchess of Rosaria, now Empress of the Holy Empire of Sambresc. It was ever her purpose in life to preserve her phoenix-bearing bloodline, for which reason she betrayed her husband, that she might enter in a league with a force she judged mightier. Now she rules over Rosaria with a vicereine of imperial province, which she rules with cruelty and contempt for the baseborn that was unknown in Archduke Elwin's day. Yeah. In other words, she's evil. But Byron Rosfield, younger brother of the late Archduke Elwin, Clive's father, and warden of Port Isolde. After the duchy was incorporated into the empire and Byron stripped of his titles, he shut himself away in his manor and gladly volunteered every gill of the erroneous tax and tariffs with which he was newly burdened, all to avoid drawing the empire's ire, to keep their attentions from his support for the Guardians of the Flame.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
I'd say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
I like him. I like him a lot. Oh, here we go. A fine vessel.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand?
Yep.
I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
Just like we did at Phoenix Gate.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Yep.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
This has been really good so far. Really, really damn good. So yeah, we're going back to the hideaway. All right. Here be monsters. Oh no.
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
We're gonna pick up... oh, we'll look at the missive. We'll pick up this side quest.
I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter.
Hey,
Sid.
man.
The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
How could I refuse?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt.
Awesome.
Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Ah. So, yeah, I think actually we might be ending soon, Alpha, but like, in terms of the main quest, things are now in motion to basically go after the second Mother Crystal. We have to cross an ocean to get to it, though. And basically, in the main plot that we've done today, we have secured our boat. Literally just now. So,
Not enough
yeah.
swords to see to them.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Yet normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
Hopefully you'll see it in a bit, but if not, you'll see it soon. Obviously, I won't be playing this tomorrow because you'll be coming over. Really looking forward to it. Already announced that on the stream. And obviously, we got a bunch of fighting games to enjoy. Whether you want to stream it or tomorrow or not with me, completely up to you, man. I'm not going to force you either way. And I'm also not going to put a start time on any stream tomorrow if we do one, so that we can be completely flexible about it.
Fine.
Yeah.
If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Now, the last time we had a green quest with a plus like this, it unlocks a new feature, because here's the thing. One quest that you missed was we've unlocked a chocobo that we can ride, and it turns out it's the same chocobo that used to be our mount back in part 1 of the playthrough, you know, when Clive's father was still alive and all that. Yeah, let's speak with oh wait, no. Yeah, let's speak to Vivian now while we're here.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Nonsense.
Ever the charmer.
Your company's
What will
fine.
it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it.
Yep.
The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There
Yep.
was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
She's like the lore master that we've been hoping for that shows a map of the realm. Like this.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
Yeah, she explains stuff very well.
The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill.
Yes, we were there in part 1.
A little revenge, Clive.
Exactly.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do.
Yeah, no, so Vivian had a
Let's see if
previous
Jill's
scene
ready.
as well.
Ah, my favorite pupil.
Oh, wait, we can look at this anytime? Hold up.
Allow me to educate you.
By speaking with Vivian in the Hideaway's map room, Clive can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current goings-on in Valisthea, or revisit any of Ninetales' past lessons, or get a deeper look at the relationships of those individuals in Clive's orbit. Oh, excellent! Yeah, here we go. Right. So remember how I wanted a map of the whole world so that we could geographically see where all the different factions of Valisthea actually are? This is exactly what I was on about. The situation map. Here you can view detailed overview of current and past events relevant to Clive's story that updates as you progress through the main scenario. Use the L1 and R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventure. Alright! Okay. Locations. Am I able to see, like, I want to see, like, the whole map. Can I see the whole map? Like, can I zoom out and be like... kind of. So you got, in the very beginning, the Duchy of Rosaria. That's now dissolved. Right? Because, yeah. Rosaria. See all this red? So, Rosaria is obviously where Clive was from, but then when Clive's father died at the beginning of the playthrough, you can see that Rosaria turns green. Okay? So the Empire of Sambresk has turned Rosaria green. And we can see, as we fast forward through the timeline to where we currently are, it is still green. In fact, it's probably going to always stay green. But you can actually see the green is expanding. They are now, the Empire are, you know, now moving south. The armies are moving south. And I think more and more of the land, like down here, is gonna turn green. Potentially. But, you know that angry Kupka guy that attacked the hideaway, the one that is the dominant of Titan? He's like one of the rulers of the Dhalmekian Republic. So, yeah. This is really cool. This is exactly what we wanted. And as you can see, the Republic and the Empire are coming to blows over here. So, excellent. And then we can view, like...
Study it well, Clive.
Where was the past lessons thing? Oh, right here.
Allow me to explain. Again.
So we've just seen this second scene, but I can play the first scene again. I'm not going to do that for now, Alpha. It was actually in this stream. But it's really good that if we did want to replay it, that we could, and where we go.
Here's
Also,
the latest information I have.
The Grand Cast. Here you can view a detailed visualization of character relationships in Final Fantasy XVI that updates as you progress through the main scenario. Use L1 and R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventure. So, as relationships change over time, more of the cast is brought in. And, oh, wow. Okay, spoiler ahead. But obviously, if you've been watching the playthrough up to this point, you can see there's Sid. And then at this point in the timeline, I'm very sorry, but yeah, he's deceased. But also what we can see is that the dominant of fire is revealed to be Joshua Rossfield. And then, oh yeah, and then even Ultima's got a profile now. Otherworldly being that Clive encountered in the inner sanctum of Drake's head. He addressed Clive as Mythos before attempting to merge their consciousness. However, Clive was able to summon the will to resist the creature before Joshua returned from the dead to imprison it in a cage of flame that was sealed away in his own heart. Exactly. That was part 6 of the playthrough. That was yesterday. And yeah, this is really, really, really freaking cool.
The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
Absolutely, it absolutely is. So thank you for being a thing.
Cowering behind their wall. I could have sworn.
Let's speak with Blackthorn. Let's do that because we're not far away.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady.
What's up, Blackthorn?
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit.
No, you're brilliant, man.
There and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was.
Nonsense, man. You're awesome.
You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right, we're going.
Nah, man. You did great stuff. Look at that. Nothing's getting through that iron.
Blackthorn is a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
All right, all right.
That monster.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He doesn't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe? Caer Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you
Indeed, indeed.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Use the hunt board to locate the griffin. Okay, well, here's the thing. We're going to use the hunt board, but I'm not actually gonna locate the griffin right now. But we are going to get to this, because the thing is, that plus symbol on that green icon rather than an exclamation, which is what all the other side quest symbols are. This side quest is clearly going to unlock a feature of the game, just like saving the white chocobo did. Nectar! There you are, Kupo. Been looking all over for you. What do you mean? You're always there. You never move. The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board?
The hunt
It's where the
board.
curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Hold on, Cooper. I knew all that already. That's why I need your help. Not to remind you, I am the mightiest of all the Moogles. No fiend, no falgus ghoul. Okay. I need you to slay them all, Kupo. He talks too fast.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Alastia are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Well, thank you, Kupo. It's good to have someone who understands me, Kupo. I'll stay here then. Keep an eye on all the things on the board. If you need anything new, just ask. Ask about the griffin sightings. Here we go. Look for a griffin? Near Dosmere. Oh no, that's the name of it. Okay. The hunt board. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes, such as Clive, will take it upon themselves to hunt them down and slay the notorious marks, which are marked with a purple symbol. We're going to take them all. Oh wait, you don't actually accept them. They're just listed? Okay, so what? You just look at the board, go to the place, and then find them? Because, yeah, it's a shame it can't, like, be added to the list. Location, Care Norman, Western Gate, San Bresque. Okay. Well, I'm going to be looking at this board later or something, because I'll probably forget that. But not right now. Right. Two other things I want to do. One, read any letters in Clive's room. And two, the Red Main quest. Oh, they always say Kupo loads, Kupo. That's kind of like their thing, Kupo. They always like refer to other people as Kupo. Kupo. It's almost like their kind of punctuation, Kupo. Like that's just what they do, Kupo. They've always done that, Kupo, in all of the Final Fantasy games. Everybody's a Kupo to them, but believe me, it is a very good thing. Don't you worry about that. An apple a day. Late from the yard, ran up a basket of martels just this morning. Sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze they were. I told myself I was only going to have one, but I reckon if no one else listens to old Otto, I don't have to either. You let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. With the time you'd catch numbered Sid supping on these, what for their foul bite. But for him, it was never about their flavor, but about what they represented. Our ability to make it on our own. And look at us now, Sid would be proud. Otto. A flame none brighter. My Lord Marquess, I ask again, for you to forgive my men for your welcome back at Lazarus, but certainly you can understand that you were the last person any of us were expecting to see at our gates. In the short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the selfsame man I followed into Stillwind those many years ago, the true bearer of your father's legacy. If only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all the others who were lost that night were still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and I am proud to stand alongside you once again. Sir Wade. Wonderful. All quiet in the Dominion. That's good news, Gav. The Dalmex and Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared like slum curs, but neither wants to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realize what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they've stepped in. If I were a man to lay wager, I'd put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep you appraised, Gav. Awesome. And with that, we are caught up on things. Now we will speak with Jill. Do I have anything else I need to sell for Gil?
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Going purse weighing you down.
Have a look. Crafting. Traded for Gil.
I reckon I can find a buyer.
So if everything says using crafting, I'm keeping it. Yeah. Purchase. Okay. No better swords. No better armor. Alright. Potions and stuff then. Stone skin tonic. I'll buy that.
You'd better all be here.
You know what? We'll leave it there. We can manage with that, I think. Yeah, that's all, Karen. Sorry. You know. Not made a Gil.
It will be over soon.
Alright, we're going to save it just in case it's going to do one of those things where, like, this is the key point of the game. Let's save it. Yeah, you know what? We can save it there. Yeah.
One way or another.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox, the man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Just as I predicted, we're at the world map. And if it says, like, you know, this is a significant, like, you know, because the first time we went for a Mother Crystal, it was like, if you continue from here, it's going to be a while before you are back. Do you want to continue? And yeah, we're going to be ending the stream here either way, whether we get the warning or not. But let's just read this. Drake's Breath. Jutting forth from the fiery maw of sacred Mount Drostanus, the Mother Crystal is the pillar upon which the faith of a cloistered nation rests. Oh wait, no warning. Okay, we'll let this play out then. The boiling sea of Western Storm. We'll let this play out.
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's Breath.
Drake's Breath, the Iron Kingdom.
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go, Tom. Nope, not tomorrow. Friday morning.
Imagine when I came here, it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut.
All right, guys. Thank you. We are going to continue from here on Friday morning. I'm going to wrap up now and begin my post-stream routine. But yes, we'll be going after the second Mother Crystal, Drake's Breath, on Friday morning. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know I certainly have. This has been part 7 of my Final Fantasy XVI playthrough. Take care of yourselves and each other. And yeah, I'll, in terms of tomorrow, basically Freelancer Alpha's coming over. As for timing, dudes, just, you know, when you're ready, I'll text you when I'm up and ready to have you. But come up when you want. We're going to play some fighting games. And if you'd like to stream them with me, we totally can. But again, see how you feel. Don't have to. So yeah, you might see me in Alpha tomorrow on this channel. You might not. We'll see how it goes. But you'll definitely see me at 11 AM on Friday, where we're going to continue more of this awesome adventure, Final Fantasy XVI. All right, Take care of yourselves and each other. I'm out. Bye.